What's up, guys? QuarterHoarder here. Scouting mission. Scouting mission is the word of the day. Me, Matt, and Rich scouting out a new Colonial farm field in a town we're not familiar with to see if it's going to be worth it to go back later in the winter. And why is Dougie not there? Well, Doug's hosting a barbecue this day, and we're all going around 12 o'clock or so. So that only gives us 3 hours to walk this immense farm field to try to make the determination if we're all going to go back. How do we do? We're going to have to watch and find out, but I thought we did pretty darn good on the first farm field of the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Me, Matt, and Rich Colonial farm field scouting, and I will see you at the end. Later. All right, we're starting in the field behind me because there's cows out over here, and of course, Rich Van Winkle with the first finds of the day. We didn't even get to the field yet. The field kind of starts there. We're right here. But Rich said he had a deep mid-tone, and he said he popped something good. Oh, look how big it is. Goodness. That's dandy size, yeah.
That's a dandy.
That's a weird looking, is it a bud?
Yep. It's a, yep.
Oh, I see, yep, okay. The edge of dirt that was going around the rim made it look like it had a lip. The house here is what, 17? Do you know the age of the house, Matt?
She said it's around 1800.
1800, okay.
But the house in the front is 1795.
And Matt was here, was scouting it out earlier this week and got, what, like 5 or 6 buttons, a couple tombacks, and he got a beautiful 1807 drape bust large cent. So it was a good scouting mission.
There might be something on there, I can't tell.
All right, Rich is gonna brush it down. It's a $50 size dandy button. So we're gonna clean it up and come back and take a look at it. All right, there's Rich's button, and it is a dandy button, but there's nothing on the front other than some corrosion and some remnants of dirt. But it's a nice old button, probably goes back to colonial times. The back, the shank is sheared off, and it would have hung down the front of like a gentleman's jacket, you know, all down there to hold your blazer together. But awesome find, Rich. It's got a lot of age to it. And like I said, we didn't even make it to the field yet. So should be one heck of a short day for us.
Thank you.
Well done, brother.
Thanks.
All right, we're starting off in the fields. The grass is a little high, but it's soft grass. So it's easy to kind of push through with your foot, but it is a little high. And Matt, his first hole today, also got a button, Rich. 2 buttons.
Incredible.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Almost nickel size. Nice. This will be like the 9th button. You know, with your scouting mission, you found like 6 or 7, and then Rich's, and now another one.
I think somebody wasn't very good at sewing. Whoever lived here.
Wow. Well, there would have been there's writing on the top, it looks like, up there. You see it inside that rectangle, Rich?
Yeah, there's something up there.
I'll have to see if I can look for it later. It's probably not going to clean up too much better in the field. I don't see any marking on it. But that's a heck of a start. Your first dig and Matt's first dig. 2 flat buttons. What a great start. Now, Matt, Doug's not with us today because Doug's actually hosting a barbecue later today. So the 3 of us are going to try to hit this field for only 3 or 4 hours. But man, what a good start. I was just hoping maybe we'll find a couple things. How cool if we can get a whole day's worth of stuff
be nice.
out of a short window. Awesome find, brother.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can get something cool too. That's what I call a farm field screamer. Rotate on it. That sounds really good. About maybe 4 inches deep. That could be a coin or a nice button. Dig this sucker up. All right, I flipped the chunk of the plug out and it's somewhere in this area. Let's see, hope for the best here. Oh, Rich.
I see you smiling.
Yeah. About 1 inch deep. It's another.
Oh, 1 inch deep, really?
Oh yeah, it was screaming 43, and I just took a little plug out, and this came out inside the plug.
Nice.
It looks like it might be a little bigger than yours, maybe the same size.
Almost the same.
Yeah, almost the exact same size, and mine is also slightly contoured. This one's Rich's, and this one I just got, Matt.
Oh, nice.
Almost the exact same circumference and everything. You know, nice 41, 42, somewhere in that range. Awesome. Well, there's yours. Hey, it's a really good start to the day. Everyone's got a button so far on the short Douglas day. Well, pretty good start. 20 minutes in, 3 good holes, 3 good buttons. It's a shame Doug's not going to be here. We're going to see him in a few hours at the barbecue anyway. But I'm going to get Banana in the hole because hopefully on this short day, we're going to get a couple more buttons, a couple coins, maybe some interesting things, and then we'll go eat some burgers. So Banana in the hole. Let's keep on marching on. All right, musket balls. Matt said something fancy. Let's take a look. What he's got. Oh, yeah, I do see some Victorian fancy design on it.
I found a couple pieces over my last few holes.
Of the same thing.
Yeah.
What the heck could all that stuff be? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's brass and it's all got the same design. I don't really know what it's from. While you got your case open, these are some of the things you found the first trip out, which was a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
This nice button with the flower in the middle, flat button shank. And then this is his drape bust large cent that he brought today to show me, 1807. So a lot of age to the field. It's a nice shape too, Matt. That's really nice.
It is.
And I'll give a shout out too to Eric from Ultimate Finds Box, who you know, most of us are using his cases now. I don't know if Rich has one yet, but the rest of us do. They're great. Everything gets compartmentalized. It's got some toothpicks in there. So shout out to Eric again. I'll put a link to the case below. But man, awesome find, man. I don't know what that stuff is, but I'm stoked on the large cent and the buttons. Has been a good day so far.
Yep.
Let's keep at it. Well done.
Thanks.
All right, slow down a little bit. We're gonna head up to that hill and try up there. And Matt got out in front and said he got something. Let's see if it's something cool. Something good?
Jason thinks. It's either a tack or it's a button. That's one piece. It looks like it's a spike that's bent.
I agree. Yeah, like got nailed into a leather strap. Like it could be horse tack, like decoration on a horse strap. I agree. I think it was straight up and down, and it was punched down into something.
But I think it's handmade and old.
Yeah, definitely got some good age to it. Nice. It looks like it's brass. Nice turtle shell shape. Or G.I. Joe helmet shape. It's actually both. I guess that's almost the same shape. I don't know. It's cool, Matt.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So. All right, thanks.
All right, we're working up the hill, and Rich is in front. And got himself something, I'm going to say, man, would have been awesome if it was complete, but it's busted. And it's a tiny piece of a shoe buckle with some fanciness going down the edge.
The only reason I know it's a shoe buckle.
Yeah, is that's
that
the hole.
piece.
That would hold the bar that goes across. And you can see how the way it's bumped out like that. Shoe buckle all day long. Would have been massive too. I was with you when you got that really nice shoe buckle, Rich. Remember that deep one that was under the root?
Yeah, my first one.
Yeah,
And
was it
the
your
last
first one?
one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that was a good one to get a first one.
First and only.
So a little piece of one. Maybe we'll find more. It got hit, like I said, maybe by the plow and spread all around the field. But
Maybe the rest of it is in one piece.
Hopefully, yeah. That's got a lot of age to it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nice find.
Thank you.
All right, cool find for me, Rich. This was a 32.
Oh, nice.
And I plucked out a nice musket ball.
There you go.
I can't tell the patina because it's got a thin layer of dirt on it.
I think I see a little white popping through here and there.
Yeah, right there I see a little bit. When I spray it and get this light dirt layer off. Nice to find them round like that. The guy was a terrible shot, and that worked out well for me.
Yeah, fired, but I think it only hit the dirt.
Yeah, only the dirt, I agree. Cool find, got some good age.
Yeah.
In the bag she goes.
Awesome.
All right, I think Rich pulled into the lead with the buttons. Let's see, he said he's got a nice flat one. Matt, look, this is the impression of my wheat penny.
Oh, that's
you can almost see Abe Lincoln in it. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, nice, Rich. Yep, I see the shank bent over on it. Let's see if there's any markings on it.
Oh, yeah.
Is there?
Markings on the back for sure.
All right, there's Rich's button. It's a little loud. There's a couple of helicopters out there. What are they, Rich? Do you know?
I don't.
They're helicopters. It was a trick question.
Oh, yeah. They're helicopters.
But no, Rich has a nice flat button. He's got to clean it at home. We don't see anything on the front, in the field at least. But the back had some good markings. We were able to clean it a little bit. You could see Scoville at 12 o'clock, who was a big time button manufacturer in the 1800s. And next to it, does that say Best or Gilt? I'm not sure right there, I don't know. But I can clearly see Scoville, and it's a nice thick one too. A little bit bigger than a penny. That's a nice find, probably pre-Civil War. So awesome, there are some good buttons around, Rich.
Oh yeah.
We haven't gotten a ton of coins yet on the day, but when you see aids like that and the musket ball and the coins Matt found, should be a nice old farm. We'll just keep going, see if hopefully get lucky.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, not a lot of high tones in this area. You're listening for deep, scratchy squeakers. Once in a while, something will pop through. And here I had a fairly high tone, about a 40, 41, dug down a few inches, and I popped at least a wheat penny, which is kind of cool. You hear a screamer like that in a farm field, it stops you in your tracks. I think it's 1912 or 1913. It's hard to see the date. I tried to rub it a little bit, but it's got a lot of dirt on it. And what I really liked about it is it was in a little clump, and there's my impression. You can almost see Abe Lincoln in there. Probably sat in this little, look, I can see Abe Lincoln. That's cool. Sat in that clump for 100 years, and then come along with a metal detector and get lucky and find it. So pretty cool. 100 and what is that, 9 years old. We were hoping for stuff from the 18s or 17s, but any coin is a good coin. Let's see, Matt's got some sort of piece of jewelry out in this farm field. Got a little stone in it. Oh yeah. Oh, I see that stone right in the middle. Yeah, maybe an earring or something. Might even want to spray that and see.
Let me ring up for you.
It was like a mid-tone.
I guess it's not silver then.
No, because it looks like it's falling apart a little bit. Yeah, this whole back piece is corroded. Oh yeah, even there it's chipping a little bit. All right, let's clean up. It might take a little bit, and we'll get a good look at it and see what the heck it is. All right, there's Matt's piece. I think it is some sort of costume jewelry. It's chipping, and there's a whole piece missing, you know, in the back there. But it does have a nice stone. It was really shining, even with the dirt right in the center, like a giant eyeball. And the back is that. So I don't know what the heck it is, Matt. I'm not a big jewelry guy. Oh, it could have been a pin, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I think it was a pin. Oh, cool find. It's rare you find stuff like that at a farm field, but either the lady of the house was out here helping, or you had an extra fancy gentleman. Nice find, brother.
Thanks.
Well, a scratchy mid-tone. 28, 29. Could be a button. Sounds good. Well, we're going to chase it because there's a lot of old things in this field. Might just get lucky. Let's see. Well, I got that 29 out, and for a second, man, you really get stoked right there. And I saw a round edge, and I thought, oh man, it's going to be a nice button. But it's a shotgun head stamp. Shotgun head stamps are the pull tabs of the farm. You just find so many of them. When I first started the hobby, I used to collect them all because they do have markings on them. You can usually date them. There's websites you can really get back and figure out when they're from. This one looks like it's a Remington. I kind of stopped collecting them because after a while you accrue so many of them. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands. Not what I was hoping for though, but I'll put it in the bag and keep going. Hopefully get a few more things before we got to go to the barbecue.
Probably a Clyde Washington.
All right, we got about an hour left, so we're up near the cars, and Matt yelled out copper across the field. Thought it might be a British one. Oh, no, that's no clad quarter, Matt. That's big. Get pulled up. On the little trail, wow. Could be a British half cent.
Could be toasty.
It might be toasty. It's got some color on it though, like at least. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get the flashlight and we'll look for anything. Oh man.
Smaller than a large cent, I would think, right?
Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm gonna get the flashlight, Matt, and we'll look for anything. I have a feeling it's gonna be British, but let's see if we can get lucky. All right, here's Matt's copper, and it is really slick. But with the flashlight, I was able to get a little bit of detail, just enough to kind of ID it. And what you're looking at right now is the back of the coin, and I can see Britannia up at 12 o'clock. I can see her head. At 9 o'clock, I can see her right arm outstretched, holding what I always say is a feather duster. And at 2 o'clock, I can see her left hand holding part of the spear. There would be a shield down around 5 o'clock. She's sitting on a throne. There's just not much detail left on this guy. And if we flip it over, this would be the front of the coin. It's going to have either King George II or King George III. Both Britannias are similar, and I can't see any of King George. And man, I've been flipping it and spinning it and smacking it around. Just can't see anything. But the back where Britannia is, I was able to see her right there. So nice find, Matt. 100 years older than that great bust that you found here that, you know, had better detail, but amazing coin, amazing
Nice.
find, man. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, after fighting through the jungle, some areas it's like knee high, then the farmer shows up and now he's cutting the field. So it'll be nice when we come back because I didn't know if it was going to cut at all. And Rich said he had something. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
It's a big disc. Why do I think I should know what that is? And I'm just not, I'm drawing a blank. I'm thinking maybe the back of a pocket watch.
Yeah, there's a tiny little, it was the back or front to something. You can see the little.
Oh yeah, there's the hinge, yep. Yeah, maybe a pocket watch or a compass or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
And this had to have been screaming.
It was good. It was a mid-tone, but it sounded like maybe it was going to be a button, and that's why.
Well, it's a nice find. It's got a lot of age to it. It's going to start getting noisy because the farmer's heading our way with the tractor.
Yeah, we're almost done anyway.
Yeah. Hey, good find, man. Well, a first for me here. This was really deep, and it was hitting like as high as a 50, and it was light and scratchy. So I dug down. It was in a little clump. I popped it out, and I got this, which I believe is like a magnifying piece off of like a loop. And the glass still works. I mean, you can see it's magnifying my leash handle. So the homeowner told us that this farm was detected once a few years back. So maybe it's from that guy. I don't know, it looks older than that, but it's definitely an old magnifying piece, maybe off of a loop or something like that. And how cool that after all those years, it still works. Maybe I'll carry it in my bag for the day, because I just might need it after all. Interesting find. Rich drew the short straw and got the hunt in the shade while the rest of us are out in the sun. He said he got a large, oh wow, look at that. A large buckle, holy cow. That's a horse tack buckle for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, it's got some good weight to it. It almost even looks like a horseshoe shape, if not for that massive iron tine in the middle. It's cool, Rich. It's got a lot of weight to it. You're going to have to carry that around your bag. It's almost like I call them toilet seat buckles because it looks like a toilet seat. So pretty cool. Make sure you put it down when you're done, Rich, because you don't want to be rude for the next guy. Cool find. Nice job.
You might get tetanus if you use this toilet seat.
Be very careful. Well, in the last 20 minutes or so before we have to leave, I had a really high tone, Rich. This was hitting in the 50s, and it was really deep. I thought maybe I'll get lucky, and I saw a silver edge, and I thought, oh man, if it's going to be a really old silver coin. But it's a mercury dime.
That's still cool.
It is cool, but I mean, with the age of the other things we're finding.
Maybe it's a 1916.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be old. Let me spray it down and clean it up. But yeah, of all the things I would have thought for sure, it would have been something really old. Let's get a year off the sucker. Maybe I'll get lucky and get the 16D. Who knows? Well, I came into the shade and sprayed down the Merkin. It's 1927. Can you believe? I mean, we're finding dandy buttons from the 1700s, flat buttons from the early 18s, and then a silver coin pops out of the ground and it's from the 20s. Not that I'm complaining, I thought when I saw the edge it was going to be a seated or a cap bust or something like that. It's got some good detail on it though. I don't see a mint mark, and it's still 95 years old. So, good find. There has been a few wheat pennies found in the day, so it's not totally out of place. But I'll put it in the bag. We got about 15 minutes. Maybe we'll find one last cool thing, but we are going to come back because beyond the cars, there's another field way in the back. And that field could be even better because the farmhouse is up there and it goes back to the late 1700s. And Matt said that field had the original driveway. So that one might even be better. We'll come back with Doug when we have a full day. He's cutting the field. I'd love to be able to walk right behind him, but we gotta go. But hopefully he'll cut this whole field and we come back next time, it'll all be accessible. A lot of it is pretty high. So glad to see it gets cut at least. But for now, we better get out of here. Well, what'd you think? Not bad for a 3.5 hour scouting mission. Mercury dime, a couple of wheat pennies, but then some 1850s era flat buttons, some late 1700s era dandy buttons, and then the 1740s era King George II halfpenny. Things like that definitely show us there's going to be some incredible age, and we're adding that place to the winner list of some good detecting grounds. And of course, the holidays are coming. If you guys need to get yourself a metal detector, pinpointer, sand scoop, anything hobby related, you can always shoot me an email, QuarterHoarder@yahoo.com. Let me know where you live and what your budget is and what kind of terrain you plan on hunting. I'll help you pick out the best machine for your budget so you can get out and find some incredible things like we do every single week. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. It's a hobby of champions. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting, and I will see you on the next one. Later.